Hello, I hope you're having a wonderful day. It's Mac with 9B4M Family Adventures, and we're back in the United States, back in Arkansas with the family farm. You could call this an update, but I think you're going to like this one because today we're going to be sitting down with the owner-operator of this farm, and we're going to get her opinion on what it takes to run and operate a farm from the owner-operator standpoint. You don't have a lot of women who do this and who are involved in agriculture and farming at a high level, or really at any level. So I think it's going to be really important to kind of get this message out there that there are a lot of women who are running farms and managing it. So guys, give this a watch. Be sure to like and subscribe. Follow along. I'll keep going out and finding great adventures.
Hi, I'm Mary, owner and operator of M&M Farm and Ranch, and we're a black-owned farm that have been in operation for over 50 years. My husband and I bought property years ago. We first got married. We bought 2 little cows, and we started out from there. And over the span of over 40 years, he's raised cows. And I lost him in 2019, and I kept the cows. So I become the head owner and head of the ranch with cows.
What was it that made you wanted to keep the cows and continue forward with the cows, knowing that you'd lost the primary owner-operator of the farm? Why would you decide to take that on? That's a pretty big challenge.
Well, my son-in-law and my son and the rest of the family said that if I wanted to keep them, they would help me with the outside work. I keep up with the cows and the calves born to which heifer and all of that stuff for them. I keep the paperwork up, and they take care of feeding. So I knew my husband loved them, and everybody just loves seeing the cows around. We just enjoy having them.
So what is your business plan for your farm and the whole venture going forward?
Well, we probably will increase our herd and expand the herd. We've talked about that because we have enough land, and we have another farm down on another road. That's a big piece of land that's possibly mostly cleared up, so we could easily increase our herd and have more cows and have enough farmland to support them.
What would you say to any young farmers or any young female women farmers or young black farmers who would be interested in getting into cattle? What would you say to them if they were interested in doing something like that?
I say go for it. I think it's a great thing. I talked to a young lady not too long ago who took over her father's land, who he had retired, and she started a herd of cows, and she called me, asked me for information, and I told her it was a great thing. So if you got the land, or if you're going to possibly buy some land, that's a great thing to do. It's great enjoyment in it.
What would be the first steps you would tell anyone, young person or an older person who's interested in getting into farming? What would be the first step? Some of the first steps you would think they should take?
Well, the first step, I think they should make sure they have enough land to do what they want to do. And if they have the land and have it cleared up, then they can sort of check into how much the cows or whatever they want to put into the farm is selling for. They're going to need equipment. They're going to need a tractor, first of all. Definitely going to need a tractor.
So that would be the first thing. I run a farm myself, and I understand that it can be capital intensive
Yes.
to try to get a farm up and off the ground. But is there any other advice you'd give to young farmers?
I would tell them don't get discouraged, because the first few years you may not make a profit. It may be just hard work, but if you stay with it, it will pay off. We watch all the heifers to try to make sure they're all calving well and the bull is doing his job. But we've had some heifers sometime that did not calve. And usually when they don't have calves, they become very rambunctious. They just started trying to lead the herd, and they pull little calves around with them. So we had one last year when I got ready to sell the calves. She wasn't producing, so I said, we'll sell her. She was huge, as big as a bull. And when we got ready to put the calves on the trailer, they went on easily. But when we got ready to put her on there, we had a fight. She fought and she fought and she bucked and she fought. It took us almost an hour to get that one cow on the trailer.
So that's a good point, that working with large animals such as cattle, which can weigh anywhere from 800, large bulls can be up to 3,500 pounds. These are very large animals, and there is a certain amount of danger and risk
Yes.
involved in working with large animals. Have y'all had any other situations with big animals, with cattle?
Yes, we've had to try to get them in the head chutes to try to worm them, and we had one time refused to, and we had to just cut the head chute to let her out because she would refuse to go through it. So once she got stuck, we couldn't get her to go forward, we couldn't get her to go backwards. We had to cut the chute down.
So, what is your overall philosophy on cattle raising, ranching, farming?
My philosophy on farming is you have to enjoy it. It has to be something that gives you gratification. And down through the years, we have really enjoyed having the cows. They haven't been a burden. You have your ups and downs with working with them, but overall, they've been such an enjoyment to have. We've learned a lot by watching how the animals react to certain things. They're a lot smarter than we think.
Okay, that's good. And so this is a family run, family operated farm. Could you talk a little bit about the relationship that you have with your son-in-law, your son who's helping to, that's kind of working with the animals directly?
Well, my son-in-law does a lot of the work, and he loves it. He didn't know very much about ranching at first, but he's learning. He's inquisitive of people that he knows things, and he goes out and he works hard. Even when he shouldn't be working sometime, I think he's out there working. He enjoys it. And my son comes in when he has time because he works a full-time plant job. But when he has time, he comes and gives him some relief. But we have a great relationship, all of us do.
Is there any intrinsic problems that you see with working with family on a family farm? Or, I mean, it's not all roses, right? I mean, I would think that there'd be times that there'd be disagreements about operation and how to run the farm. How are those disagreements settled?
Well, those disagreements are settled because they know at the end of the day, I have the final say so. I let them work on the outside. I let them bring me their suggestions, but I have the final say so. As long as we keep it that way, we can keep it moving. And this time of year, we have to give them a little feed to help them out. The hay alone just won't do it. I really love my bull, but it's almost time to switch him out. We keep him about 5 years and we have to change him up. He's a fine bull though. I would like to advise anyone that wanted to do farming, young or old, you need to do some research. Go and talk to a farmer. Go visit a farm. Let them give you advice on how they've done things through the years. You may not want to do yours the way they're doing it, but it's good to have a pattern. It's good to have a foundation. But I think that if you want to really do it, you can. But I would definitely go and talk to someone that's been doing it a while.